Tammy. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're cooking a super easy, super quick, healthy, but oh my god, so flavorful sweet chili shrimp scampi over a bed of pasta with sesame-soy broccoli. A lot of S's in that. Anyway, before we get started, I felt like wearing something. This is how I look in my kitchen every day. Anyway, I got this dress Monday at Goodwill. It's Ann Taylor, of course. It was $7.99, but it was on sale for 30% off, so $5.59 for my dress. My belt is a sale item from H&M for $6.99. Bracelet, $1 from a garage sale. I just picked up these really cool earrings at Kmart, of all places, on clearance for 90 cents, and we won't talk about how much my shoes cost. So anyway, this is really, really fast, and the thing you want to do is make sure that all the other food has been started and is ready, because the shrimp will literally take minutes to cook. I'm cooking today with whole wheat linguine. I'm not a huge fan of whole wheat pasta, but with this sauce, I think it'll taste just fine. You could use regular pasta, you could use white rice, or an Asian style noodle. And then we're gonna serve it with broccoli with some toasted sesame seeds and a little bit of soy sauce. Before you get anything else started, you wanna get your water boiling, and then we'll add the pasta or the rice. The next thing I'm gonna show you real quick is we're going to cook our broccoli. I like to cook my fresh vegetables in the microwave because you don't need that much water, and typically once it's cooked you really don't have any water left over, because when you cook it in a boiling pot of water and then you drain it, there goes all your vitamins, your nutrients. And sometimes when you boil vegetables, you'll notice that they kind of look pale. There's no more vitamins left. So I'm going to add, this is a pound of broccoli florets. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of water. Cook it on high for a couple of minutes and then we'll test it. We want this to be crisp, tender. We want it to still have a bite to it because we're going to actually finish it off in the skillet, but we don't want it to be mushy. And while that's cooking, we're going to toast our sesame seeds. So we've got 2 tablespoons of sesame seed that we're going to toast over the skillet. When you do like sesame seeds or cumin seeds or even nuts, when you cook them low over the heat, it just brings out all that flavor and it smells so good. We will cook this for a minute or 2 until it's lightly browned and you get this nutty aroma. And when you're cooking seeds or even nuts, you really need to be right there in front of the skillet, because chances are if you even turn your back for 1 second, that's when they're going to burn. You don't have to sit here and constantly stir it, but you want to sit here and keep an eye on things. As this cooks, you want to periodically shake it so that you're getting it turned. And you can see where the seeds are starting to turn lightly brown. And I'm beginning to smell that nutty aroma. Our sesame seeds are done. I'm going to take those off the stove. And I just want them to sit here and cool down. We're going to use this skillet actually to finish off the broccoli. And our water's boiling. I'm going to add 8 ounces of this whole wheat linguine. And like I said, you can put it over regular pasta. White rice would be good. Whatever you serve it over, like with pastas and stuff, I wouldn't serve it over a really, really thin spaghetti, because our sauce is going to have some weight to it. So you kind of want a sturdy noodle. So you'll cook the pasta or your rice according to whatever the package directions are. This is going to take about 7 minutes, and you want it to be cooked al dente. You want it to have a bite to it. You do not want mushy, because again, it will not hold up to the sauce. So let this come back to a boil. Cook it for about 7 minutes. Our broccoli should be done, and we're just going to let this hang out. We will finish this off in the skillet at a kind of a high temperature with soy sauce, and it will kind of glaze it and give it this really good taste. and then we'll sprinkle the sesame seeds over it. Now, I have not actually ever cooked this sweet chili shrimp scampi, so you may see me do one thing in the video and then the menu that follows, the recipe that follows, may not be quite the same. Because when I cook at home, well, I am in my home, but when I'm just cooking for my husband and me, I don't measure anything. I just throw stuff in and taste it. So to actually get these ingredients in a measurement for you, sometimes I have to experiment. So that's what we're doing right now. Better take a drink of wine. My husband actually looked over the recipe before he left this morning. He said, maybe you should have like experimented with it last night or something. I was like, nah, that would have been boring and safe. So you want to heat up a large skillet on medium-high heat. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of butter and some extra virgin olive oil. We've got that heated up. We're going to add some garlic. And you want to keep your eye on that. You do not want it to burn. There's nothing that tastes worse than bitter garlic. So this is cooked. We're going to add our shrimp. I have a pound of shrimp that is peeled and deveined. And this is also uncooked shrimp. If you're using cooked shrimp, it would be even quicker. We'll saute this for about a minute or so. We've got some kosher salt, pepper, and fresh squeezed lemon juice. And you can see where the shrimp is starting to turn pink. I want to check my pasta. Oh, it's kind of hot. Almost ready. Gonna heat up my skillet to medium-high. Let that get warmed up. Our shrimp are almost ready for the last thing. Actually, they are ready. I'm going to stir in my sweet chili sauce. You can find this in the Asian aisle at any grocery store. I may actually add some more, which would still keep me under my total. Did I mention that the shrimp, pasta, and broccoli all came in at $9.38 for a family of 4, or for one really hungry person? We're going to let that thicken up a little bit, just like under a minute, because otherwise the shrimp will be overcooked. Our pasta's done. Get that drained. And my broccoli pan is heated. Going to add my broccoli, and I'm actually going to just stir in soy sauce, and we're going to cook that for about a minute on high, and the broccoli is going to take on the brown color of the soy sauce. And you want to cook it long enough to where there's not really any soy sauce left in the pan. It's just everything's absorbed. Our shrimp is done. You want to remove it from the heat, but you want to make sure that you have a pot holder. Pan's going to be hot. I'm going to add some fresh lemon zest that came from a half of a lemon. And this is how you zest it. This is my all-time favorite kitchen gadget, the zester. Just do it like this. And you've got all the zest right there. And it's done. Last thing we're going to add to this, well, not the last, second to the last thing we're going to add to this is some red pepper flakes. If you could smell this, it is so good. Stir up our broccoli. I'm going to put our pasta in a big bowl. Look how cool that bowl is. I got it at a garage sale Saturday for $2. Made in France, $2. We're going to add our sweet chili shrimp scampi. That smells so good. We're going to put in some fresh chopped parsley. Stir this up a little bit. If you could smell this, oh my gosh. Look how beautiful that is in its $2 bowl. Our broccoli should be done. I know this is done because number one, the broccoli was almost cooked before I put it into the pan. But as you can see, the soy sauce has absorbed into the broccoli. We're going to sprinkle our toasted sesame seed. Smells good. And now we'll plate and taste and see if I have to change up everything that I just did. I just put some lemon slices on there to give it a little bit of color, drizzled a little bit of the sweet chili sauce around it. And that's really, really good. I mean, really good. You could actually add a little bit more sweet chili sauce if you wanted. The way it tastes is great right now. Broccoli's really good. $9.38. Gotta finish chewing. Great outfit. Again, don't ask me how much my shoes were. Everything's really good. Took about 10 minutes from start to finish once we started cooking. Healthy, yummy, fabulous. Cheers, and I will see you next week.